Hello everyone and welcome to what may be a new series for me, Project Ozone Reloaded Titan Mode. Without further ado, let's go ahead and create a new world. This is a Skyblock mod pack, and I don't want that one because that was something I did earlier that the video didn't take on. I'm going to create a new world here. Let's just call it Ozone 2. And on world options, we do want cheats because I need cheats in order to set the game mode to Titan mode, I think. Even if I don't need it, I'm not really going to do anything with the cheats otherwise. So, world type, let's go for a Garden of Glass world. And just to get a predictable seed, I will go ahead and put in the same name as the world, Ozone 2. And I think we're ready to go here. Let's see how this works out. So I've played through about half to two-thirds maybe of the original Project Ozone. Basically finished the quest book, hadn't done the achievement book except for the stuff that just sort of got done in the process of doing the quest book. And it's been a while since I've done it, but I am a little familiar with the previous version of this. My understanding is that this one starts out very similar. It's probably got a bigger quest book and does more stuff, but otherwise it starts out very similar to the other one. So we've logged in. We're in a Garden of Glass world. Typically we've got a flare here. We've got a block of dirt beneath us, 3x3, with some depth to it, and a block of water. This is how Garden of Glass worlds normally start. Just looking at what we've got here, let's go ahead and open our inventory to get the achievement. And we can go ahead and open the Tinker's book to get that achievement. So we've got food, a Lexica Botania, the quest journal, a diamond, a torch, oak saplings. Okay. So we need to get started here, and in this particular video, because it's just doing beginning Skyblock stuff, I'm probably going to just record through it and pretty aggressively edit it later in order to get rid of a lot of stuff. Because you've all seen building platform before. My actual goal here, I'm going to go ahead and start growing some trees and building a platform. Because it is Garden of Glass, we can create cobblestone like this. That's going to be pretty convenient. Stuff that this mod pack does have for sure that will be convenient getting started. If we go ahead and plant the tree here, we can see that it does have the tree growth simulator mod, so it can grow trees just like that. Like I showed you with the cobblestone, you can just shift right click on the ground to generate pebbles that you can make cobblestone out of. This mod pack does have vein miner installed, so if I take and hold down, the default key is the tilde, so if I hold down the tilde and click on the leaves, we'll take out all the leaves at once, and then I can do the same thing with the wood and take out all the wood at once. And I did get it, I didn't lose any, that's good. And because we've got this grass on the top, I'd like to preserve the grass on the top, so I'm going to probably build platform going down. And I'll probably just start by building a spiral of cobblestone around the side till I get down to the depth that's the maximum depth, and build the platform that way. So let's just ignore the quest book for the moment. I mean, it's got some easy quests here at the beginning of it, but I'm just gonna pretty much ignore those for the moment. Well, since I'm going to be doing the pound the ground in the tree one, let's go ahead and get this one done out of the way. and we'll at least get credit for these as we do them. And that iron paxel, that's actually, it says craft reward up here, but this is actually, at this stage in the game, that's a very good reward because it will allow me to mine cobblestone. Otherwise I wouldn't have any tools to do that. So let me just start gathering some pebbles here and start building downward till I get to the bottom of this garden of glass chunk of dirt. Things to be aware of in this mod pack: light is a little bit of a problem because you have to have it. There are frequent blood moons, and during a blood moon mobs can spawn at pretty much any distance from the player, so it's not going to be one of those cases where you're going to be happy that you're just going to not build out very far and you're not going to have to worry about mobs. It is not going to be that simple at all. So spiraling around here, just like that. And that's not as low as we can go. We can actually get it down to right there. So I'll just go around the water for the moment. And can't get on the back of it until I get around the corner. Alright, we've gotten a little bit of a start here. So if I can get back up to the top without falling off into the void, and get some more cobble. And just build out just a tiny little bit of a platform. I can't go too far because I've only got one torch at the moment for light. But I will put that torch down there on this trip. And I should probably just go ahead and hit F7 to make sure that I have the X's on the ground to mark where I don't have adequate light. Which would be in this general area. But I do now. Alright. Now what I will do is I will start encouraging the grass to grow downward, because I don't want to lose my grass just yet. In worst case scenario, I could make some barrels and compost until I got some grass seeds from some dirt, and I'll have to do that pretty soon anyway. I'm sure there's an early quest to do it, but for now I'd rather not lose my dirt, so I'm just going to be careful that that sort of thing is not a problem. Or it's not that I don't want to lose my dirt, I don't want to lose my grass, because I think it's required that you have grass in order to do this thing with the pebbles. I'm not sure that dirt by itself will work. I think you might need grass. I could be wrong on that. Just a little bit further here. And maybe I can get, I don't think I can get under there just yet. Maybe I can, right? No. I'd like to get around underneath there and try to fill in some of that. I can do some of it, but not as much as I would like. Okay. Now going back up to the top again. Let's put a tree down. Get some more wood. And there are a couple places here where trees will not grow because that flare is in the way, and I think that is one of them. So we'll put it right on this corner. There we go. Oops. Hope it didn't go off into the void. Nope. It went onto the platform. And let's see. Let's put that right there for now. Kind of an ugly start because I'll have to be doing a lot of very careful bouncing around. I suppose that I could actually go. I don't have any extra cobblestone yet. But when I do, I may widen the stairs out just a little bit just for safety, because it makes me feel pretty uncomfortable to be climbing around like that. Alright, it looks like I'm one level lower now on my grass. So let's go ahead and just dig out this top level of the dirt completely. Now this will expose the top of the water. But I can take and bring my dirt down just a little lower, I think. Alright. Let's go back up top and get some more cobble. I can use my paxel to dig up this piece of cobble. Ooh, I certainly don't want to jump down there. Yeah, let's check the quest journal. Let's see here. It says I've got... Okay, I can finish this wood stuff. I just need 16 wood, make that into 64 planks. Done. Make a crook and a crafting station. The crafting station will have to come first on those. So we've made a crafting station. Let me take it down here. Now I can make the crook. Just like that. And I've got that crafting task to make 6 barrels. Okay. Slab on the bottom. And then planks on the sides. We've got 6 barrels. And there we go. Now this is going to give me the flux infused crook, which is nice. It's a crook that'll never break, and even though it requires charge, it never actually runs out of charge. Reward bag, I'm just always going to pick the middle one here. There's no way of telling if there's any difference at all between the reward bags that I can tell from the book. what's in our reward bag. We have an ore processing upgrade, which is for better furnaces. I don't actually know what that does. I have never used the better furnaces mod. Got a couple of chance cubes. It would be unpleasant to open those right now. And let's see what else we've got over here. Going in the other direction, pebbles. I need 64 cobblestone, so that's going to take quite a while of beating on the grass here to get 64 cobblestone, so I'll need 4 stacks of these pebbles. So what I actually want to do mostly, I'm sort of following through the quest journal, even though I said I was not going to pay much attention to it, because these quests really kind of do follow it. But one of the things that I will be doing early on is just building out a basic platform, and it will all have to be well lit because of the blood moons. And once I get that done, I will take the dirt and spread it out down at the bottom, and I'll have to be creating new dirt as well from composting saplings. You know, I forgot to do something early on in this episode now that I think about it. It's not too late to do it though, I don't think. Let's just go ahead and do this. It doesn't make any difference in the early part of the quest journal because I really haven't crafted anything yet that would make any difference. But I need to type in FTB mode set Titan. It's FTB underscore mode set Titan. Alright. So we've now set the game mode to Titan, which means that it has reloaded all the recipes, and they should be, a lot of them will be a little more complicated. Just as an example on something I looked through on my previous start on this where the video didn't take, let's look up thermal expansion. And if we look at something like the redstone furnace here, we can see that it's got the default recipe for the redstone furnace. But if we drill down a little further and start looking at the machine frames, which is the core of all of the machine recipes in thermal expansion, we can see that it's actually got to be made in an assembly table now, and it requires an Invar gear and a Constantin ingot. This is actually an alloy of copper and nickel, and some glass and 500,000 RF. So this is actually not nearly as bad as the other mod pack that I've been playing on, the Infinity Evolve Skyblock from Feed the Beast. But it is more complex than the default recipe for sure, and so there probably will be a stronger progression orientation to this. Just to continue backwards on this, clearly for this you've got to have some way of alloying metals, and you've got to have the assembly table. Alloying metals is almost certainly done through the Tinker's Construct smeltery early on. I'm kind of wondering about the recipe for the assembly table. Does it have anything special? It looks like it's made through a QED. That's interesting. Is the QED tough? Well, it certainly requires eyes of ender and diamonds and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it looks like it could be a while to get to thermal expansion, because assuming that all of this stuff is achievable without going to the nether, for example, for the quartz, then at the very least you've got to have Tinker's Construct and you've got to have a mob farm going to get ender pearls. So It may be that this thing can be obtained through a quest or something. I don't know. I haven't looked, but that's not exactly a trivial recipe for it. I will say that for sure. Okay, I need just a little more cobblestone here. Got it. Going to the book. So next it wants me to craft a furnace. Going to the furnace. That at least is the vanilla recipe. So let's go over here and make a furnace. Just like that. And we'll pop it down. And one of the things that I would like to go ahead and do is make some charcoal. Because with charcoal I can make torches, and then I can start expanding my platform a little faster. Let's use up this crook first. And I got silkworms, that's nice. Oops, lost the wood. No biggie. That is one disadvantage of using Vein Miner, is it all comes off in one stack, so if it goes flying off into the void, then it all goes flying off into the void. That's twice in a row that it's gone flying off into the void. And there go the saplings off into the void. I guess I'm going to have to go down there and build out the platform a little more. Now that one didn't go flying off, but I've got to go do something about that. That's just not going to work. Now, one of the nice things in this mod pack, at least, is it does have the ability to break your charcoal into 8 pieces so you don't waste any of it. That's kind of nice. And I can go ahead and make some torches here. And I've got cobblestone, so we're ready to expand this out. Now what I will ultimately do with this particular platform is, if you watched my FTB Infinity Evolved Skyblock series, you will know that I happen to like to build a 29 by 29 platform and use 2 layers of materials that require different tools so that you can't accidentally dig through it with a fast tool. Not really necessary, but definitely kind of nice. Since I do have cobblestone available, I'm starting with that material, so I will put something on top of it that will require a different tool. Probably just dirt on this first platform. Although that may be a little bit slow because all the dirt will have to come from barrels. But that will get me going here. Let's see if I can remove some of this stuff that's in the way a little bit. Alright. And I think I want to get some grass spreading down here, so let's go ahead and put that down. Now, one of the things I noticed earlier about this mod pack while I was doing my early playthrough that kind of the equivalent of this video, but the video just got deleted by my software immediately after it finished, was that if you place down this barrel, even though it is not raining right now, well, maybe it was raining and I just didn't see the rain because of the texture. I had these barrels filling up even though they were not, it wasn't apparently raining. It might have been something to do with the biome. I was in a beach before instead of a forest like I am. Well, this says extreme hills, but it was forest somewhere, wasn't it? Okay, well, it's extreme hills. Whatever the deal was, it was filling up my barrels even though it didn't appear to be raining until I covered it. So it doesn't look like that's going to be happening now, but it's still a good idea to cover your barrel because you never know when it might rain. And if you don't want the water, then say if you're using the barrel for composting, then you definitely would prefer not to have it. Alright, let's see what's next. Some storage would be nice. Let's make a chest. I'll just put that down there. And start unloading florbs and diamonds and chance cubes and manuals. Gotta figure out where all this stuff sort of goes because some of it I'm fine with keeping in my inventory and other stuff I would just rather not have there at the moment. Let's see what the next quests are. It does say that I finished that one and I've claimed the reward. Did I claim the reward for it? Oh, I have to pick a bag. Okay. Lighting. I remember from playing this before, not this exact one, but the previous version of Project Ozone, that it had lots of stuff in the reward bags that were really quite junky. Alright, going back to the quest book. Next we need a sieve, so I'm going to have to actually infest a tree. And this direction is for a mob farm, and I'm not anywhere close to that yet. I'm going to completely build out my first platform before I bother with any mobs. So let's go up top and get a tree going and infest it with a silkworm. And that will take a while, so I'll just let that go and deal with building out the platform while I wait on it. So it looks like my tree has finished infesting. Let's harvest the string. At least I hope we will. It may go off into the void. Nope, got the string. Let's get the wood. And that did not go off into the void, but it did want to. Alright, so with the string we can go ahead and make 2 silk meshes, and then I can make a couple more sticks here and a couple more planks. I like how in this mod pack wood has not been nerfed. In that other mod pack, I've just gotten so used to wood producing 2 planks or a log producing 2 planks or 2 sticks. Take your pick. In both cases it's bad. Alright, so we've got a sieve there. Should be a reward for having gotten that, and there is. Don't plan on opening any chance cubes right now. Let's put away the string, see what's in the bag. A whetstone and a rolled up newspaper. I don't know what the rolled up newspaper is for. Oh, it's for swatting insects. Bane of Arthropods 5. And the whetstone, sharpness level 3, apply to tools using an anvil. So it's basically a book with sharpness on it. Alright, well we'll just put that away. And since I've harvested my tree up here and I don't really have any further use for having this built so high up, let's recover everything I can. I have to leave the water protected. protected, maybe not the best word, enclosed, so that it doesn't flow down over the platform. But I can get the rest of this stuff. Torch. I'll just put a torch on top of this and take out all of this cobble. Now, there's this thing in the middle here, this piece of bedrock, and it can't really be removed. I'm just going to make it the center of the platform, and then around it I'll put cobblestone, and I will move all of these chests and that sort of stuff so that it's on top of this. That way, my dirt, I won't be using up valuable dirt at this point just as a spot to park items. I can just park the items on top of cobblestone. Just like that. I wonder if I can hold all this stuff in my inventory to pick up that chest. Yes. So let's take another quick look at the quest book here. The next thing in line is to build Tinker's Tools. And to start sieving, I've already gotten the dirt that's necessary. I've had 12 dirt at once. Most of it just dug up, not composted. But I'm going to have to sieve dirt until I get rubber sapling and seeds. And if I know my X-Nilo sieving, it's going to take a lot more than 12 dirt to get both of those items. Let's see. I'm not actually going to do either of those right now because I'm going to go ahead and conclude the episode. Before I do, let me just check. None of the other chapters have opened yet. So we're in good shape so far. I guess that is going to finish it for this episode. Between episodes, I will build out the platform some more and get some more dirt going and start sieving some and maybe laying some more out here. I can grow trees on this lower part of the platform now, so that's going to be a reasonable solution for that. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this new series. I'm probably going to be doing episodes maybe twice a week in this series for the time being. Maybe when I finish up the FTB Infinity involved, it will be a little more frequently. In the meantime, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.